happening, boys? Friday, thank God we made it. Alright, little squirrel. There you go, buddy. Climb the tree. And let's say if I was a dickhead, I might have run over him. Man, I don't even know what happened last night. I am so sleepy as shit right now. It's not even, you know, reasonable. Okay, let's see. First of all, I got done with the video. And being that I had a mess in the shop, needed to clean up a little bit. And get the truck out of the way, get the lawnmower back in because I moved it out so I have some extra space. Did all that shit. And went inside and got ready to start to edit and render and all that good stuff, and lo and behold comes up a thunderstorm. Well, being that I'm trying to keep my truck in the best shape as I possibly can, I decided to put it in there, which I had done the night before when we had the other storm. Well, the storm really didn't amount to a whole lot, but it was better to be safe than sorry. You know what I mean? But anyhow, got it in, got it done. Come on, light change. Got it in, got it done. Storm passed by, obviously nothing happened. Worked on that video because it was pretty long. Worked on it quite a while. Got all of it handled. Then left it because I was going to leave it overnight and let it do what it had to do. And I mean, everything with that worked out fine. Because I think I got a notification right first thing this morning that it had, you know, had been uploaded, which is good. But I'm telling you, I didn't sleep worth a crap last night. But it's okay, I'll make up for it over the weekend. But I'm gonna go do what I gotta do to get through with the day. Cause I'm ready to get home. What's happening, guys? Just got done eating, well, I'll take that back. I had ate lunch prior. One of our co-workers bought everybody some pizza or whatever, and it's windy as shit. But I went home and let my dog out so he could, you know, he wouldn't bust a gut. I think today's video is going to be kind of short. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night, and I don't want to be up all night messing with this video. I'm sure it'll be made up tomorrow. But the subject that I want to talk about is about butts. Women's butts. Asses, booty, whatever you want to call it. Was it gluteus maximus? I may be wrong about that name, I'm not sure. But yeah, but I got it unsubscribed to on YouTube. His name is Wes Pandy. He's a farmer. His channel name is One Lonely Farmer, all one word. But he had got on the subject of breasts a few videos ago, like 2 videos ago, I believe, and he made some valid points, more or less talking about how women with small breasts should be more confident. Not saying that women who do have small breasts aren't confident, but he was just saying that they should or whatever, and that women who had big breasts probably would love to get a reduction. But we will conclude this topic once I get off work, because I don't have enough time to talk about the rest of it. Alright, what's happening? Finally got off work, home now, obviously, in the shop, doing this video. Yeah, the subject today is about butts. And the reason why I brought it up is I figured it would be nice to discuss, because most men like butts. Some men like breast. I'm a butt man myself. I'm not really a breast man. The reason for the topic is, like I said prior to this, the guy that I'm subscribed to had brought up the subject about women's breasts, as far as small, big, whatever, and that most women that had big breasts often had back problems. And the radio is foobar again. But anyway, yeah, women with big breasts tend to have a lot of back problems and would love to be able to have them reduced rather than enlarged, especially when you get into the D's and double D's. And that women who had small ones, some tend to be a little less confident about themselves when they really shouldn't be. And I'll put a link to his channel in the description or whatever, so you guys can go and look for that video. And matter of fact, what I'll do is I'll just put a link to that particular video in the description, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. As far as the topic of butts, men, and you know, I've done my research on this, men for many years have somewhat been attractive to women who had the back arch and the, you know, pretty decently wide hips, not like super wide, but you know, wide. The hourglass figured apple bottom, as you would say. And the reason being that is because, you know, the ancestors, many of our ancestors thousands of years ago, thought that it was a trait for better reproductivity, that the women, I've got a wasp or something in here flying around. Hope it don't fly down here and sting the shit out of me, because I've already busted my ass today. Yeah, I really did. I busted my ass. I work in, you know, a garage, obviously, and it's my own fault, because I probably should go out and buy some, but with my broke foot hurting as the way it does, I don't really care too much for boots. But it's okay. I caught myself. I didn't break anything. I'm not bleeding. How unfortunate, right? No. But anyway, enough of that horse shit. Back to the subject. Oh shit. Oh shit. Like I'm under attack, boys. He's mad. He's trying to find his way up out of here. Well, I'll open the door back up and let him fly out in a few. But anyway, maybe he'll be content for the moment. Anyway, let me finish this and dispose of it on the ground. Get a drink of water. Prepare for the win. As much of it as I buy, they should sponsor me. You know what I'm saying? And then again, maybe it's because I'm not a very active, like, athletic person. They probably wouldn't, because it's supposed to be a fitness water. But anyway, yeah. Back to the subject, booties. Yeah, men for many thousands of years have found it to be how can you word? I worded it a minute ago. As a trait for reproductivity, to reproduce, to procreate. That women who have the curved backs and the wide hips and the big booties were more fertile, is what they thought anyway. But I don't know. I can't justify that because I don't. Well, actually, I do, now that I think about it. I do know a few women that have absolutely no ass at all. They need the no ass at all pill and have children. Oftentimes and the way I'm looking at it is that it's all, you know, hereditary type stuff. You know, if your mom per se, and you either have a sister, or if you're an only child and you're the daughter, if your mom did not have the big booty and wide hips and so on and so forth, there's probably going to be a guarantee that you're not either. But, you know, they do make butt implants, but I don't, you know, I prefer the real deal rather than something fake. One of the best inventions ever, I think, that I don't even know who invented it, honestly. I can't say if it was a woman or a man, but whoever invented the yoga pants,
my nigga,
they deserve like a Nobel Prize. You know, I'm a dude. I am, you know, involved with someone, and I care about my old lady a lot. But I'm a dude, and I'm gonna look. I don't touch. I don't taste. I don't do none of that. You know what I mean? I'm not that type of person who would go out and fool around with someone I don't know. Especially if that I'm not in a relationship with them or whatever. I don't justify anyone who cheats. But this situation, I had to go out. The video where I said I had gone out and dropped the elderly lady off. Well, right after I dropped the elderly lady off, I had to go to another Ford place to pick up a part. And I think I mentioned it maybe being for a Mustang or something. I think it ended up being for a Taurus, but I'm not 100% sure. But as I'm pulling out the driveway, and they have like 3 or 4 driveways there. The one particular one that I pull out of, I kind of take a glance over and I see this girl walking on the sidewalk. It ain't nothing of it. And she was already so close to the driveway of letting out, so I was nice and courteous and let her walk past. It wasn't until she got directly in front of the cars when I took the notice, and she had, you know, nice hips and a nice bottom. I'm only being honest. The only thing that I think that women do this. Women do this. If they, let's just say, per se, that they don't make direct eye contact with you, but yet they know that you saw them, they change their whole persona as far as the way they walk and the way they act in front of you. It's almost ritual or something, you know. It's strange. But this chick went from walking like normal, just going down the street at a casual pace with the little earbuds in, listening to what, you know, music or whatnot, and she changed her whole. She put the kind of like, got a little bit of an arch in her back and started shaking her hips and whatever as she was walking. She knew what she was doing. And women all over do this. You know, well, I'm not saying that women that are involved with someone do this. I'm saying women who may be signal do this. And then, or women who are involved with someone that is not appreciative towards them and doesn't care about them and so on and so forth. Doesn't even acknowledge they're even there. You know what I mean? But, and yeah, I know I smoked a cigarette, but I'm about to smoke another one. I do that when I talk a lot. Bad habit. But yeah, this chick, and she wasn't the only one. And, well, you know, she goes on about her business and, you know, hey, okay, a chick with a nice ass. And we left it at that. I drove on about my business and she kept on walking down the sidewalk. Okay. So when I get back to work, you know, I'm doing my thing. Matter of fact, I don't even know what I was doing at the time. But I so happened, the way our garage is set up is got, you know, a door on one end and a door on the other end. And you know how we have, the way I think it should be set up is that the door that's on this end should be the entrance door and this should be the exit door, and then you go out the fence and around the building and out you go. But they have it set up the other way around, whereas you come in from the back of the building and then you go out the front. And it's kind of retarded how it's set up. You'd have to see it to understand what I'm saying. But so I'm looking out I so happened to turn around from doing whatever I was doing and looked out the door, and I seen this other chick. And from where I'm standing, and I have pretty good vision, from where I'm standing, she is at our parts counter, and she had on yoga pants as well, and like a red flannel long sleeve shirt. Why, I don't know, because it was hot as balls. But anyway, I don't know what she was getting done as far as her car or whatever. That's none of my concern. But yet again, she changed her persona just as the first one did. I don't understand this from women, you know, I don't. And you know, she's standing at the counter, straight, casual, whatever. And she goes from standing there the way she was standing to sort of propping herself in a certain way, but sticking her butt out. Why? You know, why? Do you want me to come and see what you have to offer? I mean, you know, I don't understand. Not that I would, but I don't understand. But I have noticed that women that do not have the asset, should I say, tend to be a little more envious of other women, whether it be boobs or butt, you know. And you know, they often tell women that don't really have a lot of butt to do a lot of squats, and obviously to, you know, get on some type of a diet regimen if they're not on one, and do some working out and get your muscles toned and so on and so forth, and eventually you will have a little bit of a shape. I can't say that's true. I don't know if it's true or not. My music is completely quit.
Okay, yeah, I got the music back playing. But yeah, the women that don't have one, they should try to learn certain ways or certain exercises or getting on a certain type of diet to help get what they want, if that's what they want. Now, if they are happy the way they are, then fine, and so be it, you know. But the way I look at it is, if you're happy the way you are and you don't want to change, why be envious of other women that have something you don't? You know, I don't know. There's many. I've dated many women, you know, and it's not that I'm bragging. I'm not. I have certain friends that'll tell you just as well as I am that, you know, I've dated many women, and I've dated all kinds, whether it be short, tall, skinny, fat, no titties, big titties, medium titties, no ass, little ass, big old ass, no hips, little hips, wide freaking hips, you know. And some of these women that I have dated, you know, let's just say it was like throwing a hot dog down the hallway. You know, I'm not gifted to be able to, you know, I don't have a good old, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But, God forbid a woman that could take that. Jesus Christ. I mean, this is a Maglite, the big one, you know? And that's, I don't even know where my tape measure is. But that's got to be, just from there to there, has got to be damn near 12 inches. Jesus. Good God. I could not, even if I were a woman, I could not imagine that going up in me. Whew. And that's the thing too. Now that I'm thinking about it and we're on this subject, did you know that every baby, before their sexual organs and stuff completely forms, are all born as women? You know, well, not born as women, but are conceived as women, female. And during part of the pregnancy, the sexual whatever changes and classifies whatever they're going to be, whether it be female or male. That's a fact. So men should be thankful that if most men, they should be thankful that they came out as a man rather than a girl. And I'm guessing most girls should be thankful they didn't come out as a man. You know, it's kind of a strange subject to be on, because if you were a woman, could you imagine having a dong and two balls between your legs? I'm sure that some women are curious. They would want to know what it felt like. They would want to know what it feels like to have to scratch your balls every now and then, you know what I mean? And I could not imagine having a vag. You know, I'd be wanting to probably play with it all the time. I don't know. That's kind of hard to say. But we were already probably well into a 20-minute mark as far as the whole consistency of the video. I have nothing else to say. Oh God, I got smoke in my eye. Jesus Christ. But yeah, the only thing that I can really say to the whole situation is that if you're not happy with what you have, do whatever it takes to get happy, and you know, find your mantra or voodoo or whatever it is you want to call it. You know, your what was it that old Austin Powers said? Shit. Oh God, what was it he said? His mojo. Yeah, you gotta find your mojo. if you're not happy with what mojo you have, you need to go out and find better mojo, I guess. You know, I'm not happy with the weight that I am, but I live with it every day. And you know, on camera, I'm probably looking a lot bigger than what I am, but technically, I'm only about 220 pounds, if even that. And that's on a day that I've stuffed my gut. You know what I'm saying? But any other time, I think I got on the scale and it said I weighed like 210, because you weigh yourself first thing in the morning to get an idea of what your real true weight is before you add on water weight during the day. Yes, men add water weight during the day, just as women. Everybody does. But anyway, I guess that's what we're gonna call it. And as always, you know the deal. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think. You might as well subscribe if you haven't already. And until tomorrow, stay groovy.